What do you think about multicultural families?
I believe that multicultural families are really good about education because, for example, in the US, you have a lot of families with like European and US guys, and this is better for the children. They have two way of education, two languages since they're born, and many things like this.
I think Korean people is holding at this position.
I've been there 2 years ago, and what I noticed is that there's not many families like that. I have a few friends who got married there, and they tell me that it's like something new over there, and people don't really like it.
What do you think about multicultural families?
This is a great question because I will speak about my life, and you know my father is Lebanese, my mother is French, so I come from a multicultural families, and I need to say is great because I'm open-minded about different people, different cultures, and it's very good to know a lot of things because you come from two cultures or more maybe. And but I need to say that multicultural weddings are very risky because like you come from different cultures, it can be a main point of like fight between your husband and a wife.
What kind of attitude do you think Korean people are holding to this question?
You know, I lived for almost 1 year in South Korea, and I could say that Korean people are not at all open-minded about multicultural families. I don't really know why. Maybe because maybe Japan invasion, something like that, or maybe during the war between the North Korea and South Korea. But they are very open-minded about American movies or dramas. But when it's during the real life, you don't see Korean wife with American guy or French guy. It's not at all tolerate, I think, but it's just my point of view. So I hope it will be changed soon because it could be a great opportunity to Korean people to have a new vision about multicultural families and the world.
Hey Tony, I want to ask you two questions about the multicultural families in Korea. First one is, what do you think about multicultural families?
Okay, multicultural families. Well, it's a good question. Multicultural families, I think, today, in the world today,
Yeah.
so many people traveling around the world,
Yeah.
living in other countries. So I think multicultural families is very common right now. So many situations with multicultural families. So in my opinion, I think multicultural families is kind of an improvement of our culture, of our globalization, improvement of our lives, civilization. And I think, in my opinion, I think it's a really positive thing because there's so many benefits to being multicultural. I think, of course, there can be a few negative things, but I think there's more positive things. So, for example, multicultural families, your family can speak two languages.
Yeah.
So I think that's, for me, I love languages, and I teach language, so I think language is really fascinating, interesting, so I think that's one of the best things. Another benefit is culture, growing up and understanding two different cultures.
Yeah.
I think if students grow up understanding about different ways of thinking, then they can be more open-minded growing up. And I think that's something very valuable.
Okay, and the second question is, how do you think Korean people live multicultural families?
That's a tough question because I'm American.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit hard for me to speak for all Korean people.
Yeah.
But the way I understand it is coworkers, many friends and coworkers who have married Korean women, and they've had really difficult times adapting. Parents have, thrown water in the face or attacked them with a knife, like, or tried to kill them, or just said, I hate foreigners, so said really mean things. But I've also had experiences where I've seen families really love and accept the foreigner, and so yeah, that's what I think.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.